And now, my son Methuselah, call all your brothers to me, and gather together all the sons of your mother to me. For the word calls me, and the Spirit is poured out on me, that I may show you everything that will befall you forever. And thereon Methuselah went and summoned to himself all his brothers and assembled his relatives. And he spake to all the children of righteousness and said, Hear you, sons of Enoch, all the words of your father, and listen to the voice of my mouth. For I exhort you and say to you, Beloved, love uprightness and walk therein, and do not draw near to uprightness with a double heart, and do not associate with those of a double heart, but walk in righteousness, my sons, and it will guide you on good paths, and righteousness will be your companion. For I know that violence must increase on the earth, and a great discipline will be executed on the earth. Yes, it will be cut off from its roots, and its whole structure will be destroyed. And unrighteousness will again be consummated on the earth, and all the deeds of unrighteousness and of violence and transgression will prevail in a twofold degree. And when sin and unrighteousness and blasphemy and violence increase in all kinds of deeds, and apostasy and transgression and uncleanness increase, a great discipline will come from heaven on all these, and the Holy Lord will come out with wrath and discipline to execute judgment on earth. In those days, violence will be cut off from its roots, and the roots of unrighteousness together with deceit, and they will be destroyed from under the heavens. And all the idols of the heathen will be abandoned. No more JC. And the temples burned with fire, and they will remove them from the whole earth, and they will be cast into the judgment of fire, and will perish in wrath and in grievous judgment forever. And the righteous will arise from their sleep, resurrection, and wisdom will arise and be given to them. And after that, the roots of unrighteousness will be cut off, and the sinners will be destroyed by the sword. That means you're going to get BK'd, and will be cut off from the blasphemers in every place, and those who plan violence and those who commit blasphemy will perish by the sword. And after that, there will be another, the 8th week, that of righteousness, and a sword will be given to it, that a righteous judgment may be executed on the oppressors. I like that. And sinners will be delivered into the hands of the righteous. And sinners will be delivered into the hands of the righteous. And at its close, they will acquire houses through their righteousness, and a house will be built for the great King in glory forevermore. And all mankind will look to the path of uprightness. And after that, in the 9th week, The righteous judgment will be revealed to the whole world, and all the works of the godless will vanish from all the earth, and the world will be written down for destruction. And after this, in the 10th week, in the 7th part, there will be great continuous judgment, in which he will execute vengeance among the messengers, and the first heaven will depart and pass away, and a new heaven will appear, and all the powers of the heavens will give sevenfold light. And after that, there will be many weeks without number forever. And all will be in goodness and righteousness, and sin will no longer be mentioned forever. Wow. And now I tell you, my sons, and show you the paths of righteousness and the paths of violence. Yes, I will show them to you again, that you may know what will come to pass. And now listen to me, my sons, and walk in the paths of righteousness. And do not walk in the paths of violence, for all who walk in the paths of unrighteousness will perish forever. That means you're going to get BK'd. Wow. This is prophecy coming straight out of the book of Enoch. This is why they tell you it's not canonized. This is First Enoch chapter 92. I'm sorry. That was First Enoch chapter 91. Now we're going to read chapter 92, and then I'm going to let y'all go. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Chapter 92, the book of Enoch. The scroll written by Enoch. Enoch indeed wrote this complete doctrine of wisdom, which is praised of all men and a judge of all the earth, for all my children who will dwell on the earth, and for the future generations who will observe uprightness and peace. Do not let your spirit be troubled on account of the times, for the Holy and Great One has appointed days for all things. And the righteous one will arise from sleep and walk in the path of righteousness, and all his path and conversation will be in continuous goodness and grace. He will be gracious to the righteous and give him continuous uprightness, and he will give him power so that he will be endowed with goodness and righteousness, and he will walk in perpetual light, and sin will perish in darkness forever, and will no longer be seen from that day forevermore. That is the great man of the Most High, Yahweh, Enoch. And that was just First Enoch chapter 91 and 92. But the church will tell you, don't read this, Ak. You going off, Ak. It don't sound like I'm going off to me. It sounds like to me, Enoch, a man of the Most High, was right on point with his message. And many of our people don't know the book of Enoch is actually older than the Bible. A lot of things were hidden. A lot of things were passed down orally. Believe it or not, at one point, the book of Enoch was the Bible. The book of Enoch was that book at one point, believe it or not. I know it's hard for many people to believe that now because of what the church have done to everybody. They wanted to hide this information, but the Most High said no. And there's nothing evil about what we just read, even though it's not canonized. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and play this video back as many times as you need to understand what Enoch is trying to say. He was prophesying about the end times, the violence, the wickedness. He talked about the resurrection. Listen to this thing as many times as you need to. Let it sink in, Hebrew. I'm your brother, Mr. Real Talk, and this is your go-to YouTube channel for brotherhood, sisterhood, and an attempt at righteousness. I'm out.